Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to more BTS Americas. For action, we're getting ready to hop into a very hype game number 3 between EnemyGG and paiN Gaming. This is KotLGuy bringing you the point casting, and I'm going to be joined by my best bud in the whole wide world. It's Maut, and he has somehow casted Shallow Grave and is coming back to life slowly but surely. Maut, what is your secret? Very good, Maut. I guess Maut actually did fall over and die.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, he's back.
Nice.
Buddy.
You know, sometimes you forget about your mic.
I'm back.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what happened. I casted Shallow Grave, and then after that, I got Orchid silenced. And, yeah, no, I mean, I guess the secret is throat lozenges and water, and you hope for the best. Honestly, you just throw your hands in the air, and you're like, all right.
10 seconds
Life,
remaining.
Help me out here. Give me some extra energy.
5 seconds
And obviously, what happened too is that the game was going so well that I had no other option than to get better because I wanted to do a third game. You're like, nah, man, listen, you're in some trouble. You're not feeling great. You take that third game off. And I'm like, I can't do that, Dakota. Listen, I am a fan of American Dota. I love American Dota, and I want to see it, baby. Let's go.
That's a man who loves Dota, and he should have been a Dota pit, but let's keep going. EnemyGG versus paiN Gaming. They're going to open up with an OD Enchantress combo for EnemyGG. Now banning out that Nature's Prophet. We're done with that stuff. paiN Gaming with their first pick. They will now be the ones to pick up the Invoker.
5 seconds
Hate to say it again. Unfortunately, the Invoker for EnemyGG did feel a bit underwhelming. It felt like he was off to a pretty hot start, but after picking up the urn, you know, unfortunately for him, the courier had died with his Orchid on the way. Maybe that was just enough time in the window that, you know, you couldn't take advantage of it properly, and he just kind of began to fall off a bit. But now he'll be back in the OD, which he sported in game number 1, but he'll have the tall task of going against the Invoker. So I'm curious to see what kind of mid lane pressure could come out from either side. Bounty Hunters still in the pool and available. You know, the Enigma's there again. EnemyGG go already for the Enchantress. We don't know yet, and I don't think I've personally seen enough EnemyGG games to know if this is going to be an off-lane Enchantress or a jungling one. Versatility nonetheless, I suppose, there, Mon.
Yeah, I mean, it's just having the Enchantress early, that's a hero you want to pick up early because, again, it's very popular. If it doesn't get banned first phase, you can pick it up, and you can kind of just say, okay, well, we could throw it in the off-lane, throw it in the jungle, and the enemy doesn't know. So there's a lot of options here. You talked about the Invoker pickup last game. You're absolutely right. He just didn't. Slayer did not do a great job of staying alive and getting a lot of kills. The Orchid came out a little bit late. They're gonna have the Bounty Hunter as you predicted, and so paiN Gaming will have the extra benefit of roaming. And this is gonna hurt Outward Devourer if he gets caught. If he goes down again, he's not a good hero to play from behind. But Bounty Hunter should provide them at least a little bit of action early on into the game.
So this could shake things up for EnemyGG, as you're already alluding to. This could change the character of this Enchantress a bit, but nonetheless, it's something that EnemyGG did have themselves in game number 1, so they might know how to deal with it. I want to see a Spirit Breaker come back. He used to be like the go-to counter on being able to deal with a pesky, annoying early Bounty Hunter. Other teams like EG, I remember back at TI5, were pulling out even the Treant Protector, knowing that wherever the Bounty Hunter is to pop up, you could have something like a Living Armor just to give that extra boost in defense. We'll have to see what the response will be here for EnemyGG to kind of deal with that. Otherwise, you see paiN Gaming deal with a huge influx of gold, especially in the mid game if he's allowed to do as he
5
pleases.
seconds remaining.
And yeah, Earth Spirit has been banned again. I'm very sad another day I will not be able to cast any Earth Spirit.
I love watching Earth Spirit, by the way. I want to point that out. And again, I'm not particularly good at playing him. You know, that's one of those heroes that I probably could practice, I probably could get good at, but I have other heroes that I'm proud of, and it's not Viper, surprisingly enough. A lot of people have been saying, you're a Viper picker, you love Viper, and I used to. Not anymore. I actually love Phoenix. That's the hero I'm into.
Yeah, I've been seeing you play a lot of Phoenix. Were you inspired by the good performance that we saw at Shanghai with like Liquid and stuff? Do you play it like the support Phoenix, or do
play
you
offlane? I mean, I can play support and I can play offlane. Both are fine. I prefer offlane better because if I'm against bad people, like a dual lane, just like people that are not very good, I like Max Sunray, and I'll be able to get the super early Midas, maybe even like get First Blood. It's so much fun to play. You know, there's very few heroes that can actually deal with a Phoenix early on in the game if you're bad. and so it's just fun to play in a lot of the instances. But it's hard because later on down the
Radiant
road,
team pick.
having to use all those items and get the Shiva's Guard and jump in, and when do I use the Supernova? Do I have to be in this position? It's just kind of a very finicky position. Phoenix is, by the way, still available, and paiN Gaming could pick it up for the off lane. Enchantress will probably be played in the off lane by, I think, Sovereign. I think he's done it once or twice. They also pick up the Jug this game, and they will not let it go to paiN Gaming after the performance that they had with ADR. Someone told me on Twitter, by the way, that it's supposed to be pronounced ADR, not 40R.
I've heard that as well.
5
And
seconds
I remember, and this is back when, I can't remember if it, where exactly, was he a Swaggin' Tiger or a CMB Esports player or whatever, but I've been casting 40R for a long, long time. And I remember hearing that way back then, and then you'll hear people like Grant, some others say 40R, and like, is it that? Is it this? If it was ADR, why doesn't he just put a freaking A there? You know what? I mean, whatever.
You got to be cool. You got to use those numbers.
The hacks or elite letters, you know?
10
exactly.
So
my first name was about the hacks or elite letters, so.
Yeah, ADR.
5 seconds remaining.
I'll see what I can do. And
Witch Doctor.
if he had a problem, he would bring it up with me. I'm sure we're close. I think
pick.
this time.
Well, I mean, yeah, but they're a Brazilian squad. They don't really care about English speaking casters. Probably.
I like Brazilian women, so
Radiant
then it's all
team
good.
pick.
it's all good. Vengeful Spirit, 4th pick here for EnemyGG. Has been a formidable grab this series already. They're dire side again. Helps with the Roche. We already know that Venge Jug together is good. She's been wonderful this series, being like that saving grace with those huge swap plays. Has potential to cancel out now the Witch Doctor Death Ward. And, you need someone to kind of pick up and buy a lot of dusts, right?
10
so
seconds
probably
remaining.
going to be her. That way to kind of prevent the roaming pesky bounty hunter
5
from
seconds
being a real
remaining.
nuisance.
I want to point out some interesting stats because
Okay.
I'm a stats man at
Reserve
heart.
time.
I've decided my new profession is going to be stats.
Hit me with the
Dire
numbers.
team ban.
But give me the numbers.
So in both games, the team that has been on the dire side has won,
Wow.
and also the teams that have won have both had Vengeful Spirit.
Oh.
So there, boom.
Okay.
I blew your mind. I've blown your mind.
Will it
10
be a
seconds
3-0
remaining.
dire side Vengeful Spirit parade? I don't know, because paiN Gaming
5 seconds
might have just pulled out a
remaining.
fast one there, Maut. Broodmother has now shown up, and
Reserve
EnemyGG
time.
don't really look like they have a fleet. That's very good against Brood here.
That's
and,
disgusting.
Their next grab will have to be what looks like their secondary support. If you're wagering this is still going to be a support Enchantress, we got to see what they're going to have to do to kind of deal with this. Unless they're like, hey, let's make the Enchantress support and let's pick up a Darkseer or an Axe or something.
I
that
would
be
not mind
awesome.
that, actually.
That would be
that's.
awesome.
I think you just change your plans and you're like, well, Enchantress is not going off it anymore. It's time to pick up the whatever hero is ridiculously good against the.
But then,
like you talked about.
but then the Enchantress goes in the jungle and you got a bounty hunter. So it's like, oh, what would be worse then? I think the Broodmother doing as she pleases would be.
I mean, it's just a
worse
really
than
good pick
ever.
for paiN Gaming. Honestly, it's just a really good pick, and
Or you do.
oftentimes this will happen, man. You're in a 1-game series. Yeah, it's a best of 3, but it's game number 3, or you have to pull out this game. You want to win a game, you pull out the Broodmother and you just do crazy shenanigans with her, and it's unfortunate for EnemyGG, but it's not unwinnable.
I wonder if Demon probably going to be playing the Brood. That's the other thing we have to remember. This is a Demon Brood.
I would imagine.
Radiant team
I don't
back.
think anybody else plays it in this instance.
Demon likes to, he likes to do the big plays here. And sometimes Broodmothers can't afford those big, risky kind of a plays. Next thing you know, they fall off fast, and they're
Dire
going nowhere
team
quick.
pick.
And we'll see, though, if Demon's going to be able to do it. Always have to factor in the last-minute stand-in factor, the potential communication issues that are going to be there between, him being an American, the rest of them being Brazilian. We'll have to see. Wouldn't be the first time he's played with a team like this, though. I can't remember what other team he was on recently. Was
Virtus
that
Pro.
Virtus Pro. I know it was Virtus Pro, but I feel like they've been on another. He's been on another South American team.
10
I
seconds
know it's not
remaining. Maybe
Fogged.
Infamous?
I know Fogged has done it, but I feel
Maybe
like he's done it
Infamous.
too.
Team
Oh,
pick.
look, dude! Spirit Breaker came out for
Yeah.
EnemyGG. That's
Good call.
that is
Good
what
call.
I'm talking about.
You made it, dude.
I made it,
Yeah, you got that call, and
and I'm good
I
now.
see you. I see you, dude.
You saw it. The people saw it at home. That's an invite for the next major. That's for sure.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
And,
If you call this one, you might get one, too.
I'm not even gonna try, honestly. I'll see you guys later. I guess I'm not going to Manila, everybody. It's
5
been nice knowing
seconds
you.
remaining.
Slark, dude. paiN Gaming. Come on. Slark.
Yeah, I don't know how I missed that one. That's.
It's not like it's Van playing it or anything, or even BSJ. But the theme seems to be like, I see you. You know, you play that, I'll play this. Jug swaps hands. Slark swaps hands here. Bounty Hunter swapped hands. This is, I hope everyone washed their hands before they did all that. But this is going to be
you
a
can
good
do,
time.
I can do better,
Yeah,
essentially.
Exactly.
That Like that old Michael Jordan, Mia Hamm commercial or whoever it was.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I'm surprised. Most people don't get that reference.
Because they're young. And they don't even know who Michael Jordan is. Some don't even know who Charles Barkley is.
Like Greg, for example.
What is hip did not know who Charles Barkley was. So before we laugh at him any further, let's actually get into the game itself. It is time. Game number 3 of this best of 3 series. It's been the hypest series, I'd have to say, so far in the tournament, and a doozy to watch. EnemyGG now on your dire side. Dire side, as Maut has mentioned, and his brilliant stats work, has won every game so far. Will they be able to do it again? Or will Radiant side, paiN Gaming, with their last-minute stand-in, the mercenary demon himself, now playing the Broodmother, be able to get them into the next round? We'll see. He hands off a nice little good luck, have fun, and we're about to get underway. I'm excited. What is your take, Maut, about the whole introduction thing, by the way? You muted yourself, by the way. Your mic is muted at least. I don't know. Maybe it was an emergency. I hope you're okay. All right, I think it was something else. Maut has muted and is gone now. And
What? How did that happen?
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
TeamSpeak. How did my TeamSpeak just
30
mute?
seconds to
What?
battle.
What? How does that just happen?
Maut
Man,
says
I was
it's
riffing.
something.
I was honestly like going in. I was making some cool jokes and stuff like that.
I bet.
All right, listen. I don't need your sass right now.
I am happy to hear your throat and your voice, by the way, sounds so much better than when you started this.
Yeah, I
today.
drink water.
I
It's
dare
surprising.
you need to go back and watch the VOD. It was like you were Nahaj.
I believe you.
Pleasure to be here. I'm like, yeah, dude, you are dying.
Battle begins.
There are some issues I have. By the way, to answer your question, introductions, I don't like them. I think they're tacky.
It's
I don't like
hard. I mean, the
introductions.
fact of the matter is now with the contention and the new bounty runes, more than likely you're going to get tripped up with some sort of introduction thing. You're going to miss something, and everyone's going to hate you.
I don't
for
even
it,
think that's
so.
the problem. I think the problem is just that you don't need. I mean, a lot of. I guess for teams that are relatively unknown, it's fine. If you're especially like a low tier, someone that doesn't do that many high tier games, maybe. It's just tough because. Well, anyways, hold that thought. I mean, honestly, I just don't like it. That's all I'm trying to say. KRD's going to get charged up. They have detection, they do, but I don't think he gets this kill, even if with the charge.
Zebra's like, I have played Bounty Hunter already once before, and I know what a Bounty Hunter hates, and that is the cowman here. So his job, and it looks like his dedication for at least the first few moments of this game was to scout out the mid lane, scout out where the Bounty Hunter is going to be pop up, and be ready. And now this bottom lane pounce on the Sovereign here. He's got the 1 level into Untouchable, but it's going to be a 3-on-1. The Coconut gets the 1 bounce. That might have been more than enough here. No, they're going to get it. Lil Kin going to be picking up your first blood on this Witch Doctor. And it's paiN Gaming who strike first.
And Flying Zebra's going to rotate down here as well. He needs to be careful. Like, they can turn around and kill him. By the way, they have this Observer Ward, so they actually see Lil Kin. And they didn't see KRD because he was invis the entire time. But Sovereign and Flying Zebra now going to be in a dual lane. They really need, I think the dual lane is going to keep him alive. Bottom lane, Demon, very tough to deal with him. Did they have any detection on the Vengeful Spirit? They do not. Flying Zebra has a lot of work ahead of him. Whether it's killing the Bounty Hunter or killing the Broodmother, I mean, he has a lot of issues to deal with in this game. So he has to be pretty much all over the map, and that's not going to be an easy feat with a Space Scout.
This Demon Broodmother is going to be a problem for sure. High as CS already, nearly level 3 already, not even level 2 yet, or not even 2 minutes in yet. He's going to have a Soul Ring, and he's just going to have a field day up here. I mean, Enemy better hope that they can get some serious work done in the other 2 lanes. I mean, even a Bounty Hunter rotating up there is not going to potentially be good enough. Frozen is like, okay, I can't do this top lane. I need to make work happen elsewhere, or at least trade spots, it looks like. But King RD is en route with a DD rune. And BSJ has a Blade Fury, level 2 in his pocket here, but
He can still go down. He needs to be very careful about how he approaches
and
this.
they begin their strike. Blade Fury comes out. It's a lot of damage on the Demon. He will sidestep back and away. There's the nuke. There's the kill. Sunstrike for good measure, I guess, while he's doing his own business. Mid lane, Flying Zebra, who charges on the way up there.
Charging.
Yeah, they know it's going for Demon, but they know he's coming. There's no shuriken to stop him.
Ooh.
He shows
That was
himself in the
good.
lane and just cancels it here. Could be in trouble. Well, he's going to
That
Frozen.
was a
He'll
smart
be fine.
play. If he had completed that charge, he might have died with King RD regenning up and just going in with Janata and Demon having enough damage to probably bring him down. Again, it's just Flying Zebra's not doing anything. He's level 2. He's yet to accomplish anything. They have no kills on the board yet. BSJ missed a lot of last hits under the tower too, and now it looks like even Froze is gonna get caught. Body blocks? Yeah, he's dead.
Oh my god, look at the life just go away. Dead for sure. Flying Zebra comes in, pops out the dust, and he's only level 2 though, and the spiders begin to go to work, but then BSJ will fly in with the spin to help rid of some of these little critters. But this demon is already doing the job he needs to do, frustrating the hell out of enemy here, and it's not creating enough space for enemy on the bottom lane. Sovereign, who we know to be building up a lot of farm here, 8-1 on his Enchantress, and that's not something you want to fall back on. While mid lane, they get the catch for the OD, and they will be able to finish him off. King RD right back into work here. Here comes the charge.
A great time. Yeah, Zebra just, he can't do anything in this game right now because his other lanes are like useless, honestly. I mean, every time the Venge walks up with a Jug, they're either taking too much damage to actually do anything, or they just can't find a kill. And so Flying Zebra is essentially useless at this point. Sovereign is just trying his damnedest, but he's, at the very least, he's getting good last hits. Like, you can compare it to the Broodmother. He's actually not doing bad, but the difference maker is that he's died once, whereas the Brood has gotten a kill and an assist, which gives him that much more net worth. BSJ missed a lot of last hits under the tower. His CS is artificially inflated because of the broodlings that he's been picking up. And it's really not great. And they're even going to counter-ward this mid-lane ward that just got spotted out, too. There's going to be a charge from Flying Zebra. It's going to go ahead and fall up to the top lane. Demon might, for once, actually fall here.
Yeah, but they did see the smoke right under the ward, but was it too late? We'll see. Charges there. Demon's already pretty far south. There's going to be the follow-up dust with the magic missile. Will they be able to get enough? Even BSJ looking to step in with a Blade Fury.
My God.
They will get it, but it will cost them their Flying Zebra. As,
oh my God, is Frozen dead? I think he's dead.
Yes, he is. The spiders are going to get it. That's a double kill for Demon, and he's not done yet. BSJ eating a lot of the damage, but we'll be able to make it away. That is certainly worth paiN Gaming. The hottest start of the series so far, 6-1. Very, very thirsty for action now. King RD now even coming back towards this mid lane. Things go from bad to worse here for enemy. Slayer's going to be forced to self-astral here, and
Dark Pack comes out. ADR is going to be able to get away. He's got a creep wave under his tower. They could potentially dive this. They have 3 heroes down bottom. Lil did not go for the Voodoo Restoration. Instead, he picked up the Maledict. He's actually not doing that good. He's got level 3, so experience-wise, he's kind of far down. But actually, that's not true at all because it's level 2 for both the Spirit Breaker as well as the Venge. Still, the Spirit Breaker has been level 2 for the longest time in the world. Yeah. And also, that dive top just did so much work for Demon. That was just not worth it. I don't know how you dive and that when you're that far down. Like, there's not really... I guess you have to make something happen and kill Demon, but it's just not worth it. KRD's level 4. He's going to get 6 pretty soon. Once that happens, they're going to get even more gold. This game feels out of... It's already feeling terrible for enemy, and it looks like Slayer might get caught potentially.
They really need to make something work here if you're enemy. They're going again for mid lane. Easy stop of the charge with the cold snap, but there is the big arcane orb damage coming out. It might be enough to finally get the kill. Or no, they will get it, but it already cost Flying Zebra, and it's going to be Slayer going down. A double kill for the Invoker from the grave. Rinse it and repeat every time. You could just feel how anxious enemy are to kind of make something work. You know, we're hoping that with the Spirit Breaker grab, it could have been like an easy couple of pickups, maybe onto someone with the Bounty Hunter with the help of the charge and those dusts. But when you don't get anything time and time again, you feel like it's just all for nothing. And at this point, they are just throwing bodies just to be able to get one kill their way. I mean, with the net worth boost that paiN have already this game, it does give them a pretty penny. It does give enemy a pretty penny being able to get those kills, but still, you're handing over a lot, including a couple of your cores. Very rough.
Eastshare and the rest of the crew are just in an awful spot. They will dive down to the bottom lane. They'll pick up the Witch Doctor. Finally, the cast came through. It bounced a little bit, but Flying Zebra will get involved in one of his first kills at this point, which he needed so bad. He got it.
Demon, though, level 7. Stalking BSJ here, at least sapping up the XP. He is going to be building us to a straight Orchid here. Already got a couple of the Sobi masks, a robe, and he just makes a home for himself in the jungle. And anytime the top lane does get pushed out, he'll kind of take care of that, but he is taking a lot of the enemy real estate, and that is potential farm that I know BSJ would love to have. After BSJ pushes out this lane, he's going to be forced to go somewhere else completely, and Frozen just can't do this. He's just walking in his own woods, and he's just dead. Straight up dead. You see all those webs? You don't want to be around that. Demon has taken over. This is his house now.
And buying detection also is just, they have no money. Like, look at Vengeful Spirit. She's got 19 gold. She has to buy Observer Ward and Dust. I think Flying Zebra also has no money, really. Actually, it's 400 gold, so we can buy more detection, but they're not going to be able to get anything for themselves. These supports are... Oh, mid lane Slayer getting caught. Cold Snap. There's going to be the spawn spiders, and he's just not dead yet. He gets up a nice astral. One way or another, he should fall, and it's going to be the Sunstrike with the help of Sovereign coming in. The cast comes through. The Shuriken toss, he'll actually survive, gets up the heal, and actually, they might be in some trouble. There's the dust up. KRD is barely alive. Gets the heal off from Enlil. He's got a Shadow Walk, and there's the Magic Missile coming out. That will provide them the pickup, but it's still, it's only a bounty hunter for the Owl Devourer at this point.
Looks like the Witch Doctor will be able to make it away. No charge available for Flying Zebra, and enemy will be able to at least get one kill their way, but it's still 10-4, and the level 6 is now online for this bounty hunter. So track goal is going to be coming soon. Demon, who's not really involved with any of that, man, he is nearly got 2k gold saved up. Highest net worth in the game, nearly 1,000 ahead of the next closest, who is BSJ on this job. BSJ, you know, Iron Talon and Power Treads are all he has for now, so we'll have to see if he's going to have to, you know, build up into early Yasha or something, going more into the farm department. Maybe Battle Fury might be necessary when you're going against this hefty push of a spider.
You would like Battle Fury, but I don't know if that's a realistic choice for BSJ at this point. He's going to go for it. He picks up the Ring of Health. I mean, they just have to make as much space as possible for BSJ, but it's going to be a lot like the situation last game where he's going to be the one person that's high net worth, and then everyone else is so far behind him. Slayer is behind even the Enchantress in net worth currently. He's sitting just barely above the Bounty Hunter. And again, I talked about this before. Owl Devourer is one of the worst heroes to play from behind. So, I don't know where you go from here, but it's not an easy situation to deal with.
We'll see if we'll be able to at least go up from here or not, but there's the track starting to come out. Bank Shot will pretty much bring Frozen down to half of his life. The tracks will continue. King RD, though, doesn't have his Arcane Boots yet, so does have a pretty limited hero pool, or mana pool, rather, to work with before he can get all these tracks out. But he's getting close, and now he's picked up a Haste Rune, and it looks like he will scout out or take his business into the woods. He has a couple of wards to work with, so he can continue to at least keep tabs on where this Jug wants to farm around. He's going pretty deep for this one. Maybe the back middle ward to spot out any smokes. Oh, he's spotted out Zebra, but looks like it's just going to be a long journey up and around here. But look at Demon. He spotted out BSJ. And he just happens to go right for the Blade Fury after seeing the rotation in from Demon. But Zebra shows up, gets a charge, an Omni Slash, and they're going to be able to take down. That's the top net worth in the game. Handing over a bit of a bounty here to the Jug and to the Dire side. That one kill alone, Maut, gets him over a 1k gold swing.
Bit of hubris that probably shouldn't have gone Demon's way. He shouldn't be up there like that when you don't see Flying Zebra on the map and you don't know where the rest of the squad is. They just didn't have vision, and I think he played a bit too aggressively there. And he hands over, like you said, the top of net worth, or what was the top of net worth. Meanwhile, Frozen, I don't know why he is there. He's warding, and he's trying to get some vision up, but he went alone. And that's to be expected. When you see a support walking, you're going to kill him, especially if he's alone. They're looking for another. Slayer's going to get caught, and ADR's looking for the bounce. He'll find it. Astral will go, but it's, I don't know. Slayer will actually move into the tree line. Flying Zebra's going to come in. They Orchid up on Slayer. That's how bad this is. Demon already has a freaking Orchid. And they're about to push this tier 1 tower.
And that is 2 extra bits of track gold, and it is spread amongst a good amount of the paiN Gaming squad. And it continues to just really thrive here. We're getting towards the 5k net worth advantage for paiN Gaming right now. Tier 1 going to be secured. That even inflates it that much more. A lot weighing on the shoulders here for BSJ and his Jug to really be able to step it up. There is a window for this Enchantress to also peak here. She's gotten a foundation of items already with her Power Treads, with her drums. She has a lot of durability to go along with the ridiculous Untouchable that's hard to work around. But eventually, hopefully, she's going to be able to build into something like an Axe, and then the damage can really begin to rip through. That's when she does Deceptive destructive damage. So we'll have to see if she's going to be able to get to that point in time or not. And what their answer could be. I don't know if someone would be anxious enough to pick up something like a Silver Edge or MKB, but
I mean, they have a lot of options.
Yeah.
They have a lot of options. Silver Edge is pretty uncommon. There's the Orchid coming out again on the Slayer, and he'll die to at least the Sovereign, but he will fall in the end to the Dark Pack. Sovereign is now just trying to go to work, but here's the rest of the team. They're going to try to fight on this Dakota.
They move in, charges on Demon here. There's the Dust. Nice little preemptive cancel with the Shuriken, but it's not going to be enough to stop the Nether Strike from going through. That will secure the kill on the Demon here. King RD will also go down. Double kill for Sovereign, the Enchantress. Maybe that's the window. Maybe that's the ticket. Gets him a split here, but any fight at this point that breaks even, unless it's 2 cores going down, I guess, is to the benefit of enemy here. As you can see, you know, another 1K gold swing when it's all said and done.
I mean, if you have tracks, then it might be even, because enemy is, even though they're far behind, track will, I think, make sure that that amount of gold is at least a little bit in favor, a little bit more in favor for paiN Gaming. But that was a pretty good trade for ADR. Knew that he was going to get caught if he stayed there, so he killed the back line on the Vengeful Spirit. He pieced out, and he kind of just stood there watching his teammates, his brothers, die in his arms, realized that he couldn't do anything. But yeah, I mean, this Enchantress, I think you're right. This Enchantress is really providing them that extra bit of damage they need to stay alive and to do a lot of damage in these team fights. Untouchable is impossible to deal with, and the Impetus, although it is level 1, it is still providing a lot of damage, and it's going to be a Dragonlance next, almost certainly, Dakota.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take that.
Dragonlance will allow her to even be in a more safer zone here to kind of get off those ridiculous long-range damages. Look at this pounce on the Frozen. 40R looking for an easy pick onto a support. He does get it. Goes into Shadow Dance to avoid the other Impetus strike, and will easily be able to regen all that life back. And they will segue this into another tower push. Demon's getting involved with this one too. Tier 1 to fall. Sovereign the closest target. King RD is going to be close to scout it out. The first track, he's waiting to apply it here. Doesn't want to reveal himself. Now will have to do so. Sovereign will step and bounce or trot, whatever you want to call it, himself out from trouble. And the tier 1 will end up going down. This is definitely paiN kind of flexing out their chest a bit, feeling pretty damn confident here for game number 3. Jump in again. Pounce. Can they break through the untouchable, though? Oh, man, that pact does a lot of damage. And it's going to force out the heal. That was close. Oh, no!
Oh, Lanero.
What a catch.
That was nice. Very nice. Boom. He gets the Sunstrike, and that provides him the kill. And that's a huge... I mean, even though she's not really worth that much because she doesn't have the most net worth, it was a killing spree, so it was at least a spree. And they're looking for BSJ top. He's orchid it up, and he's about to go down. Pops the Omni Slash, but it bounces to the creeps. And they need 2 more right clicks to do the job. The Demon will get the kill. A bad minute or 2 for Enemy Gaming, and they're going to find the courier, ADR. He needs 2 right clicks, blinks forward, and he'll find it. And he's looking for more, as Slayer might be the opportunity. He's going to pounce over the tree line, and he's not going to go for it, it looks like.
Under attack.
There just doesn't seem to be anyone on the side of Enemy that are going to be able to match up with paiN Gaming right now, and at least any sort of decent fight. Oh, Nero tries for a ambitious Sunstrike there. I don't even think Frozen saw it. Oh, they spotted him, though. Sovereign makes his move in. There's going to be a charge out. The Impetus begin to strike. And slowly but surely, they'll be able to get this mighty wizard down. And they'll take the extra 610 gold for this Enchantress right now. That is nearly secured her Dragonlance.
Frozen almost died of the Forge Spirits there, but they smoked and they enchanted one of the Fire Spirit or Forge Spirits. That was nicely done. But mid lane,
making a move for 40R here. Oh, Nether Strike not going to be able to catch. And now he himself will get tracked up. And, you know, it's one of those points I didn't get to bring up in the draft, but another reason Spirit Breaker very good against that Slark is when he's able to maintain all that vision from the charge, the regen will not be there for the Slark. And something we'll see if Flying Zebra is going to be able to kind of take advantage of in this game. And they're not looking to pull off, though. paiN Gaming want this tier 2.
Yeah, they're just kind of taking their time here. No need to rush. You have such an advantage that getting caught and giving a big team fight away to enemy would actually be super detrimental to their game. So they'll push with the Broodlings. Lanero will deny the bottom tier 1 tower, which was being taken, or at least trying to be attempted to be taken by Sovereign, who has the Dragonlance now. The top tier 2 tower, it looks like enemy does not want to contest this, and I think that's rightfully so. And they'll do their best in the meantime to just farm up. And 40R is getting ready to go with his Blink Dagger, probably trying to find BSJ. But ADR Blink setting instead goes to the creeps rather than getting the kill on the hero.
Yeah, maybe not quite knowing where the rest of enemy could be. Don't want to jump into any sort of crazy trap. But look at this. They will opt instead to go into the Roche. They have a sentry, obviously, to scout out any sort of lurking trouble from a bounty hunter company. Down to half of its life. There's a Sunstrike, though. That will scout it out.
There in time?
They're
they know
looking
it's
to
happening.
head that way now. King RD makes the trip, but I think it might be too late.
It is. They get a fight off the back end of it. They know that that's not really the best idea. And well, while that's happening, though, Demon does push into the top tier 3 tower, but he doesn't get much damage. Linero's pushing into the mid tier 2, and maybe a fight's about to break out. Oh,
It
Brooks,
is.
and that's unfortunate.
Pounce, he gets a swap out, but it's not going to be enough. That's more track gold and a tier 2 going the way of paiN. Economy begins to go up and up and up. 12k net worth and rising here. Demon is just going to be firmly planted in this top lane, just creeping his way into the top of the base while the rest of his squad just kind of probably does this dance between middle and bottom, especially after picking up the Aegis now. They're going to be very happy to kind of keep the pressure there and stall things
Witch
out.
Doctor's dead. Witch Doctor is super dead, in fact.
No help nearby except for Demon Spiderlings, and oof, ouch. One more Javelin. That will do it. Sovereign picks that one up.
They wanted to give it the kill to BSJ. You saw, but they were not willing to let him just get away for, for free. So it's okay. Again, the Enchantress is a very big part of this team for enemy right now.
So Demon has picked up a plate mail at this point. AC probably in order for him. The only reason if they want to kind of continue down this heavy objective push. And definitely provide all the extra utility for his team. There's not huge minus armor, it looks like, except for the wave on Vengeful Spirit, but that will be...
I think AC's fine against all the right click that we've got, and against enemy for pushing in as well. I think AC is completely fine. So that'll be the choice, I'm sure, for Demon. Yeah, he's got the chainmail now, so he's going for the AC. And once that AC's up, I actually think they're completely fine, and they'll be able to push into the Rex and get at least a set of Rex, among other objectives like kills. But they're not pushing too quickly. They've got great vision. The tier 3 tower is not taking too much. They've picked up the Aghanim Scepter from the Invoker. So I think they might wait out the Aegis that was picked up by BSJ, and then just fight elsewhere and push elsewhere.
Mid lane now, King RD looking to confidently stroll on through at this point. I mean, I agree with you, Maut. It's paiN's game to kind of dictate the pace of. They can itemize and feel like they're going to be in a comfortable position with having this Broodmother kind of a game, but King RD not so comfortable. Spotted under the sentry. The charge comes out from Flying Zebra. They're going to get the stun follow-up. Good lockdown coming out. And even Sovereign could be able to step in and get the KS, but it could cost the life of Flying Zebra. Oh, that's a wonderful coconut between the three, and it will secure the kill for Mr. Lilkin. But now Demon shows up, pops the web here. Sovereign happy to dance with him. He does ridiculous damage. And it's going to be a bit of a standoff here near the front door of the Roche pit.
There's a backstep coming from the Slark. He's looking for Frozen. He's about to find him.
Hi, how you doing there, ma'am?
He's gonna lose that gem.
Pounce, Sunstrike, it's out. The gem is down, and they don't care about it. Oh, Demon does. I'll take it. Moves back and confidently right into BSJ, where there's going to be the Omni. They come together to mitigate the damage, and that means the Omni Slash is going to be withered to nothing. Forced to go into a Blade Fury to try to retreat, but they're considering a reposition here. But now that Sovereign has stepped in with Slayer. Oh, Slayer gets targeted. Orchid's there. Sovereign makes his move, trying to get a hold of the Slark. So the flank gets split down the middle. And then Linero steps in. Cold snap, but the Meteor will be off the mark. Flying Zebra now making his charge in for ADR. We'll catch him out, but not going to get the bash. And a nice force to the high ground rather will be there for the Slark.
Yeah, Linero also used his Deafening Blast. That Sovereign was disarmed while it was happening. They'll back together. You could tell that paiN really wanted to commit to that fight, but they knew there was an Aegis on BSJ, and if they brought him down, if they focused on him, that's the end of the fight. Meanwhile, Astral's going to go. They charge up. That'll be onto the Slark, and he's going to have to pounce. But he can't get out. He's actually going to get another strike. He gets forced away by King RD. What a play. And ADR will be able to make it down to the low ground and regen up as he has his Scotty now.
Man, that guy is slippery as hell. Makes it away once again. And now Demon will take his business to the bottom lane. Him and Lanero will continue to make the pressure happen so that EnemyGG do not even feel comfortable crossing the river at this point. But they'll take whatever time they can get. And it looks like it will be a Manta style in order here for BSJ. Not really surprised with that Orchid grab on Demon. Any way to be extra elusive or even, you know, if necessary, Manta off this track. They will be able to have a couple of options to work with here, but he still lacks a bit in the life department. I'm sure the ulti orb will be able to help it a bit, but can't help but feel like this Jug is still pretty frail when you compare him to everyone else. You're looking at top 3 net worth all belonging to paiN here. It's going to be a long journey for Enemy.
He is frail, and the Aegis was keeping him alive, or they didn't want to fight into it. Magic Missile onto ADR, and now with the Aegis gone, I think, and especially the AC that has been picked up for the Broodmother, it's go time. I don't see paiN Gaming waiting for any other item. They've already got the Scotty. It's a 14,000 net worth advantage at this point. There's really nothing for them to do. Demon is getting charged up. They have Dust. They're going to use it. He's in some trouble. He's going to work on a Flying Zebra, but he's the 8 tip is damage. He's just owning. The Omni Slash comes out. Easily done.
It's not worth it, but I guess you just can't let that spider get away. But now he will not have the Omni here for 100 seconds for any sort of potential follow-up skirmish. That was just the Broodmother here, so there's still a good 4-man wrecking crew here for paiN if they so choose to kind of continue to hang around. But nonetheless, a solid pick-off, and you can see the potential of this Enchantress slowly come out. She actually opts to go for the Maelstrom here. Mid lane, though, that's where the jump's going to be. KotLGuy in a bit of trouble, but does go down. They get the orb attack. The Sanity Eclipse will come out, but 40R does go into the Shadow Dance and makes his move for Slayer. Lunaro pops back. There's a big Chaos Meteor, and there is going to be the Deafening Blast to finish it off. Looks back for BSJ. Sovereign shows up. One impetus going to be dodged there with the Ghost Walk. It will be able to make it away, but Flying Zebra, the Dust, will not be able to catch out the Invoker. Instead, they change targets and will pick up the Witch Doctor instead. That has been a promising fight for EnemyGG, one that they haven't had in quite a while. Up to this point, 14K plus net worth advantage for paiN. Maybe this is the start for EnemyGG to kind of slowly trickle this game back their way.
And yeah, another lead has plateaued at about 14,000, like you talked about. It's even heading down a little bit. The problem is they lost the Outworld Devourer there, and that's just, it's not enough. They killed the Broodmother earlier, and if he had been there in that fight, it probably goes pretty bad, all things considered, for Enemy. But they're doing their damnedest. They actually have really good heroes this game. It's just that they're playing so far behind. Impossible.
Nice. ADR moves in, gets a D-ward here, but with that little timing window, was able to get the charge off. He's still pretty close, but at that point, Flying Zebra does not want to make an overcommitment here, especially when a lot are going to be missing on the map. On the side of paiN here. Let's take a moment to look over the vision, and that for Enemy is obviously pretty damn minimal. Only having one ward here up in the top part of the map. You look at the vision of paiN, and it is just fruitful, man, all over the place. They got coverage from both sides and in the enemy jungle here. It's going to be very difficult for EnemyGG to find an opening, and they're going to be going for one here and now, charging down through the woods all the way for Demon, but Demon has TP'd away. And KotLGuy will reveal himself, but they will not be able to kind of get the scout.
And Lanero continues to split push top, and they're going to have to TP back home. But Enemy, if they get tracked up and get caught out, well, speaking of getting caught, Frozen dies instantly to ADR. Nicely done. The Sunstrike's going to come out as well. Almost connecting onto Slayer. BSJ will go ahead and TP out. There's the TP coming in. Oh, he kills it, though. Nicely done, Slayer.
Nicely done from Slayer, but it doesn't matter. There's plenty of help here from ADR and KotLGuy. Nice cute Astral will avoid the Shuriken toss, but eventually when he comes back, he will get dropped. All the meanwhile, top lane, Lanero wasn't able to TP into the fight, so he continues to do work at the top lane. Now Flying Zebra charges in, going to be canceled out. Nice Deafening Blast pushes them all back and away, and he is a man on the run. With a blink, he's going to be able to make it away to safety.
Wow, that Deafening Blast was great. He cold snapped Flying Zebra so he couldn't get the Nether Strike off. Then he Deafening Blasted him. Also, the Omni Slash came out from the Juggernaut at the beginning of that, trying to bring down the Invoker. Wasn't able to do so, and now this provides him a lot of pushing potential for paiN at the bottom tier 3 tower.
Yep, Death Ward is up and ready to go. Shadow Dance will need about 15 more seconds, but the tracks are already starting to come out, and that gives them all that little bits of extra intel to see how the positioning is going to be here for Enemy if they want to defend the high ground. But Looks like it may not be necessary at this point. There are pings out on the Roche pit where Roche is standing. Demon has already a little spiderling in the pit scouting it out, and it does look like that is next on the agenda potentially here for paiN Gaming. They're going to have to wait for ADR to join him, but he has got the lane, mid lane pushed in. Demon's got bottom lane pushed in. This is their moment. They'll move in. They'll get the Roche down. They'll get the extra life, and they will look to close this game and this series out and move into round number 2.
This is what I like between these two teams, and NA has come a long way. Before, you know, like this year, maybe even before I think EG became a big deal, a lot of the NA teams would just run at each other and try to win the game through just like sheer force of will. Now both teams are just trying to find little ways into the base, not making too many mistakes, and just taking it slowly, which is the sign of a good Dota team. And a lot of EU teams, a lot of Chinese teams especially, will make sure that's going to be the case. And now, getting Roche, getting the Aegis, taking their time, split pushing potentially even for paiN Gaming, that'll be their way inside of the base. BSJ continues to be the top of the net worth, but it's not going to matter if he just can't win a team fight with the rest of his squad.
Pretty convenient. paiN really turning up in games 2 and 3 when they happen to gain access to their new stand-in here, Demon.
Yeah, that's just... How does that happen? Didn't he play in this tournament already?
I'm a caster, Maut, all right?
We're not admins, dude.
I don't know the rules. I don't have the book. I talk
We don't need
Dota.
to know the rules.
Jump in from ADR onto Slayer. He'll be forced to self-astral, and yeah, he'll have a Sunstrike waiting for him, and a jump in from Linero, finishing him off with a deafening blast. And jump on the Sovereign here. There's the pounce. Forces out Frozen. Swap the follow-up from Flying Zebra. Has ADR got a bit too greedy? I don't think so. He's got some help now from Linero. Steps in. Good tornado. Will catch 2. Creates the space so that ADR can make it away safely, but they want to keep fighting. They have help coming in from the south, and that's Demon. Oh, Demon! Oh my god, he gets poked apart easily from the impetus. But ADR is going to be able to move in and make easy work of Flying Zebra. Now Lonaro eating that javelin damage is going to be forced to use his Aegis already. The tracks are already out. ADR re-engages, looks to go for the easy pick on Frozen, but Sovereign continues to muscle him down. He's running low on mana, though. But, man, uphill. Oh, Ghost Scepter will stop the damage from coming through. A nice little coconut will keep him stunned and back. Lunaro, big Chaos Meteor. Oh,
he might actually die.
Oh,
yeah.
He does go down. And I was going to say, Maut, this is the difference from this kind of Invoker from the one we saw in the last game. This is one that has been really unleashed. Mid, he now makes a move in. Ice Wall, he's just putting on an Invoker exhibition right now, Maut. Making this move for Flying Zebra. Save last second with the Astral, but this will be a second takedown on Pink. Out for 60 seconds. Unstoppable performance coming out from Invoker. 10-2. Lunaro. Remember the name.
I mean, yeah, that's the difference between the Invokers, and honestly, even though the Solar goes down, he makes enough space so that a couple of his heroes can get away on his team. He does a lot of damage. He kills the Enchantress, who continues to be a thorn in their side, which is also the reason why the Slark went a Moonshard, by the way. He knows he needs extra attack speed. And he's pretty much got normal attack speed when attacking the Enchantress with the Untouchable with the Moonshard. Otherwise, he attacks very fast. Lunaro, by the way, is top in net worth currently. He's picked up his X. He's had it for a while. He has his Octarine now. So the cooldowns are very, very, very quick. He's got a Blink Dagger for mobility. Demon died to Omni Slash. ADR got caught. But they have 3 heroes now that are able to do a lot of work in these games.
You know what's funny? If this was like a Fata Invoker, he probably would have considered picking up like the Rod of Atos against this Enchantress here. But
that's fair.
But he has definitely got the full Invoker kit, and he's definitely been flexing that kit this game. And doesn't feel it's going to be necessary to kind of isolate the Enchantress like that. Plus others like Demon, let's say, could pick up something similar to kind of help out a bit. But at this point, they're already getting so much work done. Does it really matter in the end? Tier 3 bottom lane goes down. A swarm of Spiderlings is going to be easily chopped apart there from BSJ, but they're beginning to just kind of eat at these Rax here. Range the Rax down to about half of its life now. This is where the game gets very frustrating for EnemyGG. It could be slow played now by paiN. I mean, it is a single elimination tournament. They could opt to kind of just wait out for the next Roche and play this game a bit more safe if they want.
Yeah. It's just, BSJ has done an amazing job, but it might not be enough. I talked about the Battle Fury and him building it. I thought it was going to be a mistake because of how long that would take to get him to ramp up. But the Battle Fury has paid off so much.
Well, they are
gotten a lot of farm.
They were pinging right on Demon, and they even waved there, but it came up just a bit short, and they just pulled off. But
they knew where he was.
Pinging it out. He knew he was there, but unfortunately, he was just a bit off the mark.
I mean, otherwise, why would there be webs there? Especially, like, where else would he be on the map? Like, there's not that many webs up, and but most of them are down bottom at this point.
Getting down to the critical wire here for this very hype game number 3. King RD infiltrates, moves in, gets off the track. There's going to be a tornado. Ice Wall preemptively land. A swap back save from Frozen. He even eats the EMP, but a deafening meteor will fall down. ADR jumps in, tries to finish off one, but the Astral's going to be there to save him. Now he moves in with a Shadow Dance, making his move for Flying Zebra. Not going to be able to finish him off, and now he's going to be forced to retreat. Sunstrike not going to get the catch right there, and they continue to hustle their way up north. ADR trying to make a retreat. No one goes down yet. Flying Zebra, the lowest and closest to dying. Oh, he just turns around and off with his head. It's not going to go in vain for anything. They will not lose anyone else.
And Demon's bottom. Demon's going to hit the racks now.
Demon is all the way in. He has made a new fancy web inside the base of Enemy, and Enemy are not going to be able to make it away from this fight. This could be the beginning of the end. They lose another. Slayer going to be going down. BSJ, he is out. And he is the only one to survive inside the base, trying to clean up the mess that Demon has put down. But it looks like this could be it for EnemyGG. It is going to be paiN Gaming who will clinch a top set of racks here and potentially the game.
I mean, the only buyback is going to be the Enchantress. ADR is just going to work now. In the base, and Arrow's going to challenge on BSJ. No Omni Slash. He has to blink out, and you're right. This is game. paiN Gaming are going to move on. And you can only imagine the last team fight. They're getting kited around. They're like, guys, our base, what are we doing? We have to get back. But they all died, with the exception of BSJ. And 2 sets of racks, and it'll almost certainly, at the very least, be a third, a tier 3, and perhaps maybe even more.
Last set of racks. EnemyGG not looking to go down without at least one more attempted base fight here. Zebra will lead things off. Quickly going to get cold snapped and quickly going to get killed. His last life in BTS America is certainly there, and he will be the one to call the game, Maut. It is all over. paiN Gaming come back after a game 1 loss. They bring in Demon, and they take game 2 and game number 3 to secure a spot into round 2 against Team Infamous.
Yeah, Demon does it again. His stand-in potential. He's probably the best mercenary. Guys, if you need somebody for your team, you know who to hire, all right? You know who to invite. And he gets another win for him. And Lanero on the Invoker had an amazing game, obviously. He's sitting at 20.8 fantasy points, which is actually absurd. 787 GPM. This was just a clinic for the Invoker, for ADR, and even for the Broodmother for Demons. Just a great game overall from these guys. Looking forward to see how they play up against Infamous. I don't really give them much of a chance, but maybe they can play like lights out like they did here in this 3rd game, Dakota.
And we'll take a look now at the updated bracket. You can see paiN Gaming now moving on into round number 2. We are still pretty early in BTS Americas 4, by the way, for all you newcomers now, so there's plenty of Dota action happening every day this week. Some of the matches have been rescheduled, and normally we'll have 2 best-of-3s a day, but sometimes we have 1 because of rescheduling. But tomorrow, we will be back for another 2 best-of-3s. I may actually have the schedule here. If you give me uno momento, I would be more than happy to bring it up for you so you can see what's going to be coming tomorrow. Tomorrow, we will lead off at 6 p.m. Eastern Time with Team Freedom. That's IX Mike and, Francis, a.k.a. Minisky Fangaze Squad, going up against the Gossip Girls. That's going to be with Lyrical.
Top-tier team name.
That's going to be with, Lyrical Dota and Ryu Boras. And then to follow that, it is going to be Team Lucchini going against none other than Digital Chaos. That's happening tomorrow at 9 p.m. The first series at 6 p.m. The second series will be casted by Lyrical and Blaze. Should be a good time. Folks, thank you so much for coming by. Thank you so much for hanging out. Maut, thank you so much for casting with me. I love casting with you. You even did it when you were sick as hell and you sounded like you were dying. I greatly appreciate that.
I'm pretty sure I was dying, honestly. I probably should have
We'll be casting together again very soon on the 23rd, it looks like here, so I'll be really excited about that one. Everyone else, take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and good luck with your Dota. We'll see you next time for more BTS Americas 4.